I have a heart and a passion for missions, and especially with children. This did start as a mission for our women in the First Baptist Church here at Carterville, and I'm not against foreign missions at all by any means, but I have a strong desire for children and taking care of here first. These children are our future, and we need to start investing in them. And this is my small way of being able to help these children to become something someday. And maybe someday when they're my age, they can pay it back to the community and to society.
I feel as though it's my obligation to give back to the community that served me so well. I'm in a service industry, but I get back more from this community than I ever imagined that I give, and therefore feel the obligation to do what I can. In communities like Carbondale and others in Southern Illinois, you actually can make a difference. One person can make a big difference by volunteering and getting involved. And that's been my goal.
Well, I love older structures. I love the history of any small town. And there's history in large towns too. You'll have the small town atmosphere, but the library with all the books. I grew up, as I said, just about on the campus at SIU. My grandparents had an extensive library in their home, and so I grew up reading. I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and so my love of books has carried me to the library, and I stay here. If I need a little therapy, I walk in the door, I smell books. I doubt that I'll have a Kindle or Nook. I do have a smartphone I could read a book on, but I sure don't do it.
I retired in 2005, and I thought I was going to die because I missed teaching so badly. So after 1 year of retirement, I said, this is not working for me. So I went to the Chamber of Commerce, and I volunteered for 2 years just to do odds and ends. And then suddenly my children attended to Emmanuel Lutheran School. And like other things, the congregation budget and everything was getting really tight here because this school is 115 years old, and they were in jeopardy of keeping it out. And I said, I'll do it for nothing because I love teaching, and I love my God, and I love this congregation, and it was a blessing for me.
My name is Jeff Trout. I live in Christopher, Illinois. I'm a practicing attorney. I've been practicing law. I'm in my 43rd year. I have offices in Benton and in Christopher. I very much enjoy living in Southern Illinois, and especially in Christopher, my hometown.
I decided to run because I've always been, again, a community activist type person. I've been involved. I was a county commissioner for 12 years here in Saline County and served as chairman for a couple of years. And I've always had a real passion for government. I love absolutely the process, being a part of seeing your ideas and projects that you work on come to fruition and help others. And so I've always, again, just had a passion for it. Now, politics, on the other hand, is a tough sell. That's always been kind of the I guess the downside to government, but it is a necessary evil, a part of the government, part of the process. But again, I ran for mayor because I wanted to make a difference in Harrisburg. I look back over all the years of experience I've had, all the different boards that I've served on throughout Southern Illinois, all the different economic development groups, and I just felt like at this time in my life that I could add a real value to our community. I have a passion for it. I believe in our community, and I again just wanted to make a difference. So.
When I was a superintendent of schools, a job I really enjoyed, but it was quite challenging during my administration. The super block was built, the middle school was built, and additions to all of the elementary buildings. We totally reconfigured, and all of that went on under my administration. And it was quite stressful. Time, a lot of work, and my body needed a rest, so I took the opportunity to retire from that job. And now teaching and preparing future leaders to run schools, to be building principals, to be superintendents. That's what I'm doing now. Not nearly as stressful. As a matter of fact, it brings a great deal of pleasure to me because I'm able to share the skills that I acquired, share some of the challenges and how I worked through things with people who are going to be faced with those tasks.
This is my 18th year in Southern Illinois. I have one beautiful wife and two beautiful daughters, ages 6 and 9, who are in Carbondale schools. And 8 years ago, I established the Southern Illinois Music Festival, and it's something I really take a lot of pride in. The music festival does 36 concerts in the month of June, and the concerts are all over Southern Illinois on the SIU campus, but especially in communities throughout the region, and some in historic venues like the Cesar Opera House and the Caro Public Library. We use the Marion Civic Center. This year we're using the brand new Carterville High School auditorium for some of our performances. And it's been an important mission of the festival to perform in these different venues, some very small towns, and bring live classical music to the region.
I like to help the veterans because the veterans is the backbone of this country, and I do all I can to help them. I have a couple of cookouts a year at the VA hospital. I have functions here at the lodge that we have the veterans come in and we feed them and show them a good time. I also donate my time to the city by taking care of the flags on the square. Mayor Butler said, do it the way you would do it at home, so I take care of them when they're supposed to be at half-staff. I put them at half-staff, and when they need to be replaced, I replace them.
I'm Claire Giles, and I deeply appreciate this honor, but I don't do 7 o'clock in the morning. I did for a long, long time. I ran a dance studio, large dance studio, for 40 years. My daughters still run that dance studio, so we go back to 1954. Now that I'm retired, I try to help raise money for the Civic Center, which is a big part of my life, the Marion Civic Center. And I am president of the Women's Club. I'm so proud of those little ladies too. And that plus my big family, of whom I'm very proud, make up my life.
Volunteering is kind of in my blood. It's just, my mom was a volunteer in lots of organizations, and so I saw her doing that and helping the community, and so I guess I kind of come by it naturally. In the past, I've been a CASA advocate. I've been on the board for the Franklin County CASA. Rotary is near and dear to my heart. I've been a Rotarian for years. Did a lot of work with chambers and different community organizations, but really this one is kind of near and dear to my heart because there are so many kids out there that they just want somebody to pay attention to them, somebody that will just talk to them and, more importantly, listen to them. And without that, they just feel kind of lost. And so this organization, along with its volunteers, which of course are the key, without volunteer mentors we can't do this, and so really the credit should go to them.